middle of November, and Forest of Dean once again. This is another one of these catch-up type walks. I was down here looking for various things, which you see we've found most, but not the mine. So I've come back, I'll study the map, and see if we can find it. I'm parked today by Beach House, so as to come on a different route, not do the same thing twice. In theory it's a shortcut because it's shorter than the other walk. This one goes down and up where the other one was level. So this whole area is Cyril Vale. The yellow path is the one that we've already just done in part one. Now we're concentrating on the mine down here. We're not doing this whole walk again. We're actually coming in now from over here, which is the Speech House area, and we're going to walk in there, find the mine hopefully, and then go on down and return probably from there, cut across back to Speech House that way. I rather thought that the mine, because of its location close to the cycling centre, had perhaps been filled in, and perhaps it has, but I've got a better idea I think of where it might be, so we'll go and look, see if we can find it. It's a nice day to be out. I'm dressed for bad conditions, but the forecast is good. See how we get on. The forest has developed a bit since I was down here last. It's lost a few more leaves. Still quite a few about though. Still no decent frost. Well, we've had an awful lot of rain last week or so, especially last night, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to manage or whether that's going to be a problem. It's okay up here, but it could be an issue on the lower stretches. Just about make out Speech House through the trees. Famous old hunting lodge, and where all the Forest Parliament used to convene. Dates back to the 1600s, the foundations of the building. Okay, starting our descent. This goes on and on and on a bit. And that's not a good sign. We've had some very high winds just lately as well. A woodland sculpture. Right. First shortcut. Okay, first waypoint, Beechhurst Lodge. Down there then. Forest operations in progress. Well, a bit early for lunch perhaps, but I don't think I'm going to better the spot, so I'll stop here. Today, cheese scones and Welsh cakes. Yummy. Well, that was lunch. Only a brief stop today, because I don't know how long it's going to take to find, or if I'm going to find what I'm looking for. So, quick bite and on. First we have to find the cycle centre. On track. The reason I need the cycle centre is so I can orientate myself. From there I should be able to find the general location of the mine. Cycle centre first. So my friends come to join me. Not making much of an effort this year. No mention of a cycle centre. Oh, I can see the path down there, and I think I can see the buildings through the trees. What we're lacking is the knowledge of how to get there. That's more like it. And this is the advantage of having our cycling friends on board. We get a bridge to cross the road. Well, there's the original bridge and there's the original road. Both are substantially different today, but then they're both carrying very different traffic. Right, well, having boasted that from there I could orientate myself, I've now got to prove it. All looking a bit strange here. Oh dear. Well, there are the overhead power lines, which is significant. So yeah, I do know where I am now. All I've got to do is find the mine. In there somewhere. That's promising. Could be the site of a mine. Could be slag. What do you think? Righto. Oh, I guess this shows you the problem that they had all the time with the mines here. Water, water everywhere. Oh, there's tons of spore heaps around here. Too big, in fact. I'm looking for signs of man, walls and things. That's very difficult going. Well, I've walked a long way back now, on the off chance. Found a small clearing. Nothing to do with our mine, unfortunately. Big spore heap up through there. But I think that's too big for what we're looking for. Well, it's pretty, I'll say that for it, but not what we're looking for. If you were looking for the forest in winter, you'd have it right there, I think. Okay, well this is square one, and in back two. And I think we're running out of options, to be honest. Tramping through almost impenetrable undergrowth. And I've quartered the area. A pretty good look. But that's yet zilch. Lots of tracks. But none of them saying keep out of here, dangerous as a mine. Which will be useful. This is the last viable trail. And already it's going too steep. Looks like we're going to have to give this one best. A small consolation prize. Not bad, is it? It's greener up there. Cool. Splendid. Well, we've reached the summit. Nothing here. Didn't expect to find it up here, to be honest. Good walk though. Well then, fail. I'm now heading back down the hill. I can only conclude that either it's a lot better disguised than I thought it was, or I think the most probable explanation is it's been closed up somehow. The entrance has all been filled in to deter the youngsters that ride their bikes around here. This is a very popular biking area. There's a cycle centre down there. And so they've closed it up. best guess, or best excuse if you like. I'm now going to walk back, hopefully pick up the mineral loop line from the railway and walk down to Cannop ponds and then up there, from there to Speech House. It's about 1:30. I've still got 3 hours of daylight. I might just as well use them. Don't get days like this very often. It's extremely warm. I thought of taking my coat off, but I can't be bothered to carry it either, so I'm going to wear it. See what we can find on this one then. Out to the woods, take up the tracks. Back to the bike centre. I think that's the easiest way to get out of here. And take it from there. The cycle centre again then. And we're heading out over this thing once more. Back into the forest. Which hopefully puts us back on the railway. And you see, yeah, good. Well, it's an excuse to come down here and walk. If I need one, that's a good day. November, you don't get too many of these. There's an archaeological survey. Complete failure, still niggling. I'll have a look on Google Earth. And that's probably all you'll see on there are trees, I would think. Oh, never mind. Back on the old mineral line now. It's all the way down to Lydney. We're going as far as Cannop Ponds, and then we'll strike out for Speech House on the car. That's it. This track bed is very wide here. Can't really show it on camera without throwing the camera around side to side. You can't really see it because of all the undergrowth. But it's at least 2 track width. So, something to look up. Interesting. Well, fortunately we've got an aerial map. This is where the cycle centre is now. It was a colliery, and we've just walked out along there, and this is the wide section that we're on. It's actually the point at which the colliery branches off and the main line continues. And just up here is the main road, which we'll be coming to in just a few minutes. And as if that wasn't enough, there's a photograph there from trackside showing the branch line disappearing off to where the cycle centre is now. Right, mad dash across this thing. Now that's useful. That then is the road we've just crossed. You can hear at the moment. And it says here 50 years ago. Signal box as well. Site of the signal box. Nothing left. As you can see, the winter's truly arrived down this part. And this is a little bit of a frost pocket here, so if it's been cold elsewhere, possibly had a frost and denuded all the trees of their leaves down here. The old beech is hanging on to a few though, pleased to say. Cannop ponds. Well, as I said, we have had a lot of rain just lately. Well, I can't imagine I'm going to find a better spot for my afternoon break. Cup of tea, courtesy of Nick Sordy. Thanks, Nick. What I can't understand is I'm the only one here enjoying this. Righto. Okay, well, we're Cinderford bound now. Never walked this path before, but we know the general direction, so no biggie. Right, well, there's a lesson for you. Don't get too cocky. Set off looking for the well-walked path. It's not there. That's because I'm at the wrong pond. I hadn't realised that they were separated by that much. The second pond is now down there, and I've got to walk this way to pick up a path to go that way. Sun's getting a bit lower now. Not enough light to get back. But that's not one of those famous last word things. It's lovely to be out here. The sun has nearly gone behind that ridge. Fortunately, we'll be climbing shortly, so that ain't going to worry us. We'll be climbing into the light. And there, pond 2. I couldn't work out why I couldn't hear the stonework, so I assumed they'd closed for the evening. I was at the wrong pond. I've suffered a few blowdowns. So I have to stop talking like an American. At Ellie's fault, I watch too much YouTube. And there, I don't think you'll see it, is the old stoneworks. Well, this is where we thought we were a mile ago. Beach house this way, we hope. Presumably the gates are to keep the hogs out then, so shouldn't find any wild boar in this section in theory. Right, up through the big woods. We just got to go in here and have a look. Let me make an adjustment. Okay, a bit more realistic. Just slow down. Are you still with us? Right, well, the sun is sinking in the west. Starting to get just slightly gloomy. Still on track. Just little old me in the woods. How nice, how special. This way. I got you to talk to. Well, we're certainly regaining the height we gave away. Now, this isn't very clever, is it? And suddenly the temperature drops. I guess the sun's gone behind that ridge. Get a bit mucky. Well, this is interesting. I'm abandoning that track. It's just a sea of mud and virtually impenetrable. So while I still have some light, I'm heading out of here. I'm picking up the road that I walked off to get onto this one. It won't bring me exactly where I want to come, I'm sure, but I can get back from there without a doubt. Ah, the light's a lot better out here. I'm just heading for the sound of traffic now. Pick up a main road, I can sort myself from there. That was a bit of a disappointment. Getting out of here not a moment too soon. Well, the idea of going that way, following the official footpath, was to avoid the blessed road. That didn't work then. Well, we've had enough of this. So a moment of inspiration, back into the woods. I might cut through there. Well, I don't know if that's supposed to be a gate or a sculpture. It's not going to get me into the Arboretum, that's for sure. So. Ah, right, well, hooray. Now I just gotta hope they don't lock it up at 5 o'clock or something stupid. Now the fences around here are very high to keep the deer out, stop them nibbling the bark, which is excellent. Unless of course you're stuck in here and want to get out, which not so excellent. It's only 4:30, so I guess I've got a bit of leeway yet. I'm not panicking. Oh, not much. Getting a bit gloomy in here. That's a lovely place to be. Some beautiful trees here, all around the world. Magnificent specimens, if you could see them. Right, I've moved to the edge now where there's a bit more light. Oh. We're doing well. I can see cars. Good sign. Right, can I get over this thing somehow? Well, that was quite an adventure, wasn't it, one way or another? Disappointing in some ways. Anyway, we've got back. Always pleased to see that with a few wheels left on it.